You are now tuned in to the New Old Heads podcast, brought to you by BringingDownTheBand.com, No Bad Ideas, and Coleman Dental. Shout out to Printfinity. I am Major 7th. I make beats and I have the t-shirts to prove it and the hoodies. And to my left, as always, is the one and only Lonegevity.
Hello.
Hello. To my left, as always, the one and only DJ Jay Diff.
Salutations.
I like how you stretch that out there.
All right.
And to my right, rocking the Major 7th hoodie that he purchased. I appreciate you, my brother.
You're
the
welcome.
Incomparable DJ
Maja.
Spoolz.
Maja
7th. Hello, Michael.
What's going on, sir?
Not much, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing great.
Okay, well, my man Poppy Amon says I talk to you too much, so we're going to go ahead and get into episode number 28.
Did he win the contest?
He did. Shout out
Good
to
for
my
him,
man.
That's great. I voted.
Yeah,
Shout out to my man.
I voted.
Yeah, I voted for him
I
too
did
as
as well.
He getting a little too much love for the beginning of this show, so we're going to go ahead and keep it
Especially
moving.
considering he was pretty much saying, I don't care about Major 7th in his
Yeah.
thank you video over and over again.
So you just gonna,
Yeah. I didn't even see the thank you video.
So y'all just going to keep talking about him?
Well, shouts to Abraham, you know.
Yeah.
He's good people. Papillonius, you
Let's
know.
get past that. I don't like this.
you want
This
to
is too
skip
much.
over that one, huh?
Yeah, shout out to my man. I'm happy for you, but you was dissing me on your thank you video, so you getting too much shine right now. I don't like that.
I'm gonna throw him another one
Oh,
because
I
he
think
was
it's
actually
awesome that
nice
somebody-
about
that
what you
somebody-
were saying.
yeah, that's my guy.
I know I'm saying you were nice. The
Oh.
words that you used, what he said that you were doing,
Oh,
it was actually a little more flagrant. than
okay.
that.
Well, yeah. So episode 28.
A shout out to Abe.
Yeah, it's my man. Episode 28, the Marshall Falk episode. We are the New Old Heads, and we are here.
.com, subscribe.
We are
I see
here.
you. I see you, Long. Let's get right into it, man.
We in this piece. What we gonna talk about?
Man, you know what? Unfortunately, quick shout out to my cousin James. He called us out, or actually he said last episode, I think it was the last episode or the one before it, was the first time that we did not mention Trump. Like, he's kept track through all of the episodes on how much we talk about Trump. So
You said last episode.
I think it was the one
Nah, it was the
before.
one before.
Or the one
One
before
before,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, he said he was like, "Cuz, you guys didn't talk about Trump on this previous episode." I said, "Bless your heart for actually rocking with us through all the episodes."
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes, thank
that's
you
dope.
very much,
So
man.
yeah, shout out to my cousin James. We appreciate you.
he had a slow week that week.
Yeah. Well, transition right into this
Right
week.
back at it.
Yes, sir. Trump care. There are multiple revisions, I guess, that are being made. That he had enough votes to get it passed, but
Has not
it's
gone
not
through the
it's
Senate.
not going through yet. But they did say there were a couple revisions. I thought one of them was interesting. They said an additional $8 billion will go towards funding pre-existing conditions.
Okay.
So I guess they're trying to, I don't know, maybe clean up what was missing on the other version or make a revision, but I'm not sure $8 billion is going to cover a world that's this big, and we have a lot of people that are sick and need health care.
It's
We'll see.
It's just the United States, though, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
not the world.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean, man. The United States, man. Are we going to do this today? Is it about me?
No, I was just double checking that it was the American
But
healthcare
you know
bill,
what to say.
not
I
the
see
world
you,
healthcare
Spoolz.
bill.
Thanks,
But
Spoolz.
the interesting
You
thing,
know where I'm at, man.
Clarification, man.
right? The interesting thing is that they passed it without reading it, though,
Yes.
just because they didn't want Obamacare.
Are you
So-
are you surprised in
No,
this
not-
presidency?
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised that this happens on a regular basis, anyways.
There we go. Yeah,
But-
it's consistent. They're consistent.
But yeah, it was. Seems like a big deal you would want to pay attention to. I don't know.
You guys saw the video of the woman that was in her hospital bed.
Right.
She's a cancer patient,
Yeah.
and she basically said, I'm paraphrasing here, but she basically said, "Thank you for taking away my health care. My husband passed away from cancer." She said,
No, he got in a motorcycle wreck or something.
was that what it was that he passed away?
Yeah, he died in like a car accident
Okay.
or something like 2 weeks before.
I apologize. But her husband had passed away. She's a cancer patient. And it was really sad to me because she was like, now there's a chance I'm probably just going to go join my husband because I can't pay for my health care.
Yeah.
Like, that was deep, man. Like,
And
it's
she
really,
was a chef or something, and
Yeah. yep, she
The
was a chef.
pre-existing condition thing is a big sticking point right now, right? I have
Yeah,
not followed
right
this
now.
as well as I should have.
I haven't either, to be honest.
But that is the elephant in the room in terms of the care, because everyone speaks to the people that have pre-existing conditions, because those are the ones, like, those are the people that, really have, I guess, I don't want to say serious issues because, if you're sick, you're sick. But those are the ones that are being pushed to the forefront. And the $8 billion on the revision, I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't crunched the numbers, but I know that's a lot of money to go towards it. Is it going to save face on the Trump care? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. If you got anything on that one, did you look into it really? Or
did you check out the list of the pre-existing conditions?
I did not look at the full list. They had a comparison between. They had like side by side Trump care.
Yeah, they
versus
definitely
Obamacare.
trimmed a whole lot off of.
Oh yeah.
What was definitely. A few of them on here are Alzheimer's, anorexia.
You say, hold on, what did you just say?
Wait a minute, hold on. We're
Can
gonna
we
go back.
rewind? What was the first
Let's
thing
go,
you just
Spoolz.
said?
Alzheimer's.
What would you say?
What'd you say?
I can't pronounce that correctly.
I think he said all timers.
I believe I heard Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
That's still not it, but
Okay.
Well, you know what I meant.
yeah.
Well,
thanks, Spoolz.
Mine as well. Let you continue.
Might as well. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I like that he's consistent on the criticism though. It's first time for everything. Go ahead.
Congestive heart failure, diabetes.
Oh wow, those are added to the list, or were trimmed off of the ones that are accepted.
These are pre-existing conditions.
That are not accepted when you get new insurance.
No, these are actually accepted.
These are accepted.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But it's not. It's maybe like 20 or 30 on here that are going to be accepted, which is quite sparse compared to what it was or what it still is right now because it hasn't been passed yet.
Under the current Obamacare.
Correct.
Okay.
But my whole thing is like you were saying, they have this bill that these politicians haven't even read. It's like, all right, we're just gonna run with it, just because it's not Obamacare. So I mean that right there in itself. And then Tommy Lauren.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man.
Oh my God, she's back at it again with the white vans.
Wow.
Is she? So who's on? What station is she on now? Since
That's
she
my
got-
question.
I think it was just like
I think she's on her kitchen
something like that. It
Did
was
she go
just-
live social media or something?
from
Is that-
like her kitchen
Okay.
or something.
Well, what's funny is she's condemning Obamacare, but at the same time agreeing with some conditions of Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act.
Actually universal health care,
Universal, yeah.
which is a little bit different, even more so.
Mm-hmm.
There was an interview on CNN with a coal miner who was pro-Trump, but his life was saved. I believe it's called black lung disease.
Black lung disease.
Black lung disease. His life was saved by Obamacare, but he's pro-Trump. The interview was amazing because he had to. You want to talk about walking the line?
Right.
You want to talk about in and out? Like it was amazing. He got around it pretty well, but it's just I sat back like, yeah, you were against Obama. His healthcare saved your life, but now you're pro-Trump.
Yeah, and it's not to say that Obamacare was perfect because it wasn't.
It's not. I agree.
Nah.
Not at all. But
I agree.
Yeah, that's all I got to say. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Seems like he's gonna Trump's gonna win. Like the whole we talked about this like several episodes ago, but him running on the whole not Obama thing.
yes.
Like that's
yes.
it. No matter what. Like this is one that seems to have picked up some steam though. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what
he
I
was
mean?
in it. He
And
was.
This is like the proof. Like literally, like you guys said, that they're not even reading this. They're literally just
they're not
doing it to
reading
get rid of. Now that's I don't know.
He was heavy. He was heavy on the Obama slander on his campaign leading up to it. Like that's all he's been about. Like he talks about he'll name drop Obama in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see once the revisions are.
Hopefully the revisions aren't too drastic.
Right.
And
Right.
hopefully they do cover most of the pre-existing conditions. I like I said, I haven't been following it too well, but
The sad part about
they
it.
said that women are essentially losing as well.
Yep.
With this, yeah, it's unfortunate. So
Well,
we'll wait and see. We'll see where we're at next week, I guess.
I'm sure we'll have an update. Next week. But moving forward, there was something else that came in the news, not quite as serious, but quite interesting. Lonzo Ball
This guy.
Oh, you want to go right to that?
We can go there, or we can go to.
You
we
already said it.
got
So
options. We got options.
Nah,
now.
we're there.
No, that's where we're going.
Let's just stay.
That's where we're going.
Ball.
So let's go Alonzo Ball, $4.95.
Yeah,
mean,
man.
We got time. You paying for it?
No.
Nah, I'm not paying for it.
I'm going right to Diff because you're a sneakerhead.
I
You
am.
know? So you fresh with the sneakers. So I'm going right to you. Has he made an impression on you enough to cop for $4.95?
Nah, I'm not really feeling the overall design. Is definitely biting like 2 or 3 different pairs of shoes, from Nike to Adidas to I think it might be kind of taken from 2 pair of Adidas.
Didn't they say from
And
the
then
Kobe or something?
From
I
Kobe,
saw a
definitely.
lot of Kobe. I saw a lot
there's
of Kobe.
Jordan in there. There's Boost in there. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one.
I can't wait. Let's go.
I actually kind of like the fact that he's instilling ownership in his kids.
It's fair.
Like,
Yeah.
he made some good points. He made some terrible points, but he made some good points.
Okay.
He's setting his kids up to be self-sufficient.
Okay.
So you come into a league, you've already been through elementary school, through junior high, high school, college. You haven't made a penny off your talent.
Right.
So all this time, somebody else is making money off of you. College, they really make money off of you. I mean, Fab Five, they went into detail about when they were in Michigan and they walk into a bookstore and their jerseys are being sold for hundreds of dollars and they're walking back to their dorm and they're eating ramen noodles.
Cannot be denied.
So I actually like the fact that he's instilling that ownership in his kids and putting it in their hands in order to, move forward and profit off their talent rather than letting somebody else profit off of them all around.
I can appreciate that too.
Yeah. I don't like the price point.
Okay.
The price point is ridiculous. And then to say you're not a big baller, if you can't afford them, you're not a big baller.
It's like Kanye with his shirts. Like he wanted to make affordable clothing, and then he was dropping shirts
he
for
keeps talking about that affordable stuff, but he hasn't done it yet. But
anyways.
Yeah.
Good call, by the way.
For them to put a price tag like that on these shoes, you have kids that look up to you that might want those shoes.
Yep.
And it's kind of shining a bad light on what could be a good thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, not to mention, I can go out and buy a pair of Kobe's, some J's, if I wanted some Curry's, if they come out with one that makes sense. I could probably buy all 3 of those shoes.
That doesn't look like a nurse's shoe.
Exactly. The PGs.
Yes, sir.
I could buy at least 3 pair of shoes for what it costs for me to buy a pair of Big Ballers.
So here's a point I may make.
Okay.
Manufacturing cost. Since all those shoes are obviously made from major brands, they probably make a lot of them, so their manufacturing costs are probably a lot lower. Since they're doing this themselves, I don't know. Does it cost them more to make 500 shoes or
Probably
5,000
so.
shoes as opposed to? So is he really inflating his profit margin, or do they really cost that much?
I don't think it costs that much to make. I mean, it's a lot easier for people to actually get those connections overseas.
Okay.
Go down, sit with a designer that will produce something. While I was over in Thailand, I literally went to a suit shop that would pretty much take my measurements and make me a suit, and I could come get it in like 2 days.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a fraction of the cost. Like the catalogs they were showing you were actual like high-end suits, and you just pick what suits you want.
Cheap labor, though.
Exactly. Well, I mean, this was a tailor. It wasn't necessarily cheap labor.
I got you.
It was actual tailor. This is what they do.
So he took he would take your measurements on the spot.
Right.
And be like, in 2 days, I got you.
Yep.
Can't beat that.
The thing about it with shoes, though, so Nike, of course, we all know Nike does not cost as much as, the price that it is to make them.
Not even close.
Is super inflated.
Yep.
The thing about it is, though, they do put money into, as far as manufacturing and engineering a shoe, that's making sure that you're going to be able to make a cut and your foot not blow out the side of the shoe.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not getting the knockout joints.
Right.
I'm
It's
pretty
like a
sure
research and development process.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure the Balls did not take that route, because just a week or two prior, they were meeting with Nike and Adidas, and they turned down all those deals. And then like a week later, you have your own shoe.
Right.
Now, not to say that he wasn't already working on that, but still, there's a lot more that actually goes into the Nike shoe or Nike process for an athlete than just making a silhouette and making a shoe. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. I think I guess I'll play devil's advocate as well, but the opposite direction. People are getting at me telling me you're supposed to just be happy because a black father is doing something good for his sons. I think that's dope. So don't get it twisted. I agree with that. But I feel like there are other fathers that are doing dope things as well. So I'm not going to use that angle. What I'm saying is I think he alienated some of the quickness with which his brand could have grown by talking about Jordan, by talking about his points per game, by being so loud.
He wants to be Jordan so bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think all of the what I call shucking and jiving to me took away from his potential to actually grow the brand faster.
Can we talk about how Big Baller Brand is garbage of a name too?
It is.
I mean, that's neither here nor there. I agree with you.
That would have
I
come
went
out
there.
In like,
I agree with
it
you.
is.
Like 1998 or
But-
99.
But
Yeah.
my thing is this.
Like when And1 used the little no-face guy.
But And1 is a dope name.
It is.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
It's
do you remember the
basketball
campaign where they just used the no-face dude on everything?
Yeah.
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 well,
I had some shorts.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the if you're not a baller, then you shouldn't be, I guess you shouldn't be buying or whatever. I'm paraphrasing here because you're alienating the kids in the community that are going to look up to your son. And I know there are some mamas out there, quote unquote, that are not going to pay $495 to get these shoes.
And maybe, I don't know, man, it's not my place to say, but like just in general, maybe selling shoes for $500 just in general isn't a very cool idea. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, Gucci and Louis Vuitton, they all do it. I mean, I see it.
Big Baller Brand.
Big baller. Those are actually big baller brands.
The Big Baller Brand and the $500 price tag together just doesn't make sense to me, man.
It doesn't. And you're using materials that aren't luxury materials. So you have a luxury price tag on your shoe. I understand you setting the price for your product, whatever I want to make off of it, I'm setting the price.
Sure.
But you also need to use high-end materials if you're going to do that. So Gucci or a Louis Vuitton shoe is using a different type of leather than, say, a Big Baller brand shoe is going to use.
His argument is ownership.
I love that.
And I agree with the ownership.
Yeah, no, I agree as well.
But in my opinion,
I don't think anybody argues that though.
no, we don't. But what I'm saying is, in my opinion, I feel like you took away an opportunity to still be a partner with one of those bigger companies and not lose your ownership, as opposed to still being a partner, but multiplying your marketing and your reach times 10. And I think he lost that by the Michael Jordan, by the clowning on First Take, by the clowning on FS1.
That goes back to what we had mentioned in another episode about him. He's grasping on to the fame that he never had.
And it's
he's
not
using
about
his
him,
kid. It's not, but he's there now.
He is.
It's nothing. I mean, that ship has sailed.
It has.
And he's on the boat.
He's
waving back at the shore right now.
He's a public figure.
He's there.
I mean,
but
indeed,
the way he's going about it is kind of like it's kind of the asshole way.
Like I said, man, I'm not opposed to him. I think it's brilliant. I love the fact that he's trying to get ownership early for his family, for his name. I get that.
I can dig it.
But what I'm saying is I feel like he's missing, in my opinion, he's missed out on an opportunity to make that brand go faster by his actions. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you partner with Nike, you're still a partner. Like, you can say what you want about Jay or LeBron or any of these guys. They're close to being billionaires by partnering. You can't say Hov doesn't own his brand.
That's true, but guess what? This is another kind of angle. They can wear whatever shoe they want to wear.
They can.
They have their own brand.
Yep.
If I decide I want to put on some J's today, I can put on some J's today.
Good point.
I can wear some Adidas today. I don't have to kind of tiptoe around things because a lot of these athletes, they'll wear other shoes, but like say they get caught somewhere and then they got to have the Instagram filter on their feet so it doesn't show what they're wearing.
That's a good
They
point.
can wear whatever they want to wear. If they were indeed smart about the situation, they would have had a lower price point. They would have sold those shoes for $100 flat, just $100, and they would have sold a lot more pair. Because there was a rumor going around that they sold 5,000 pair.
I didn't.
That
believe
wasn't true.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think I saw
sold a
under,
couple hundred.
little under 300.
Yeah, sold a couple hundred.
I
So
think-
they
Which is
probably
dope.
made,
I think
they
there
probably
were-
made about a quick $100,000-$200,000.
That's dope, though.
I
That's
think
good.
I think he signed some too as well.
Those go for 9,
Yeah.
almost a stack.
And
Yeah.
they so they got some money off it the first day.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's not.
yeah. That's not
You
a
know.
bad. That's not a bad first
But
few
we
days.
don't know how much they're to the Sean's point. Like they're not buying by the millions. So
Nah.
I'm sure they're paying a higher price point.
That's still not what LeBron came in the game making. He had $90 million shoe contract before he signed the NBA deal.
Yeah.
So he's right when he says my son is the first person to go dolo and have his own brand.
That's
I get
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
That is groundbreaking.
It's cute.
But what I'm saying
Well,
is
he's putting a lot on his son's shoulders too, man.
exactly. He's gonna have to cash a lot of these checks. Like it's not like this kid was LeBron in college or Kobe if they decided to go to college and they just tearing the world up. Like he's gonna have to show and prove. I wish him well. I think he's dope, but I just feel like his father is going to stunt the growth of the baller brand, big baller brand by his actions. That's just my stance on it.
I honestly don't think he. I don't think he will. I don't know how much of a business person he is, and he seems to have like relaxed a bit after all the the crazy shit he was saying before.
It's NBA time.
He's got 2 sons coming up too. Guess what brand shoes they're probably gonna wear?
They're wearing big
Jordans.
baller brand.
Yeah.
I mean, because honestly, they've been wearing.
I've seen the pictures.
I saw that.
I've
photo
seen that too. But they've been wearing this big baller brand for a while now.
I know it's
it didn't
Pop
just
Is that
happen.
with like the three
B's on it.
Yeah, they've been wearing it for a while. I mean, I love that, but even like I looked at the prices of the shirts and stuff on there too.
$60, $70, $80.
Man, for it, come on, bruh.
Yeah, negative for me.
And
I'm
then
not doing
the
that,
slides, the slides were $250 for the slides.
Hey, I'm all about.
Nah,
What's a slide?
that's like
Like a
the
flip- like
the
a
flip
sandal.
flop with the
It's-
little flap that comes over the front
Yeah.
and Velcro.
Okay.
You know what it is.
Lone is like I'm unplugged on that. I don't understand.
Like
I
the
know.
Adidas joints I had on like a couple weeks ago when y'all was at the crib.
Yeah, they're flip flops, man.
Yeah.
But they go over your foot, just not between your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're $70.
No,
Oh, he said
$225.
$250.
$250.
Huh. They're made
Yeah.
out of alligator
Don't do that.
intestine.
Don't do that,
It's
Lone.
made out of
Don't do that.
a synthetic looking like. See, that's the thing with the main shoe.
Quality.
It has what did they say? A python print or something
It's
on
not.
there.
It's not Python
It's not
though.
python.
Just a
I'm
print.
curious to know what these shoes are. This could be a fire festival, but in the form of a shoe potentially.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey,
Like,
I'm all.
wait till let's wait like 3 days and see if somebody's like or like multiple people are like I blew the shoe out
Man,
when I was playing ball.
I'm
Hey.
pretty sure somebody's gonna have a YouTube review of them shoes here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Hey,
if it's not already out
bottom
there.
line, I'm all about supporting the black business. For me, I like that. I just can't cop LeVar. I'm sorry, I can't cop.
That's a lot of money for
You
me.
out of my price range, fam. Had you
And
went
you
with,
haven't showed us anything. Anybody can go to college and be a dope player in college.
yeah,
That doesn't automatically translate to the NBA. The O'Bannon brothers were stars at UCLA too.
big stars.
What happened when they went to the NBA?
They were role players.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody's not Russell Westbrook.
I'm
know what I'm
curious,
saying?
man.
This kid is special,
His-
man. He
His
can
son
play.
is going to probably go to the Lakers second or third, from what I've seen.
He's a beast. He
We'll
makes.
see.
Oh, I hope he goes to the Nets or something.
Don't do that, Long.
Sorry.
Well, the
His-
Nets,
his son gonna
the
be screen-
Celtics
I mean,
have
his
the
dad.
Nets pick,
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
and they're probably going to have the first pick. Likely, I mean, it's a lottery, but
Right.
He prefers L.A. They got family out there.
they're
his
saying
mom.
Markelle Fultz from Washington will probably go first.
Okay.
He's a beast too.
really good. Yeah, 6'4" point guard basically. But
So LeVar, man, I want to support, bro, but you got to come down that price point, man. I feel like had you done a little bit less dancing, those would have been a little more affordable, and you might have expanded on your reach. But he has the potential to shut me up. I'm not saying I have the best business acumen. I'm just looking from the outside looking in. So
I'm just saying.
we shall see. We shall see.
Even wanting him to succeed as far as on a business level,
Yes.
there's not enough people that are going to keep spending $495 for your shoe.
Unless
maybe
it's
he's trying to
celebrities.
go into into just a richer group of people to buy his shoe. Like
You have
maybe
to be a
more
big
influential people.
You have to be a big baller.
Maybe he's kind of trying to manipulate stars and
perhaps
rappers and shit like that.
I mean, Chad Ochocinco, he bought a pair and posted it on Instagram. A couple other stars. I mean, they can do that and make a quick Instagram, you know what I'm saying, post to stunt real quick. Yeah, I got it. I can buy those. I went ahead and
that helps.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
It does, but still, I'm not spending $495. And the slides, $250.
That's unbelievable.
So I'm gonna tell you, the slides. I got some Adidas slides. I think I might have paid $20 for
That's
those.
what I got mine for at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to the Nike store. I went to the Nike store. They were charging like $50 and $60 for their slides. I'm like, man, I can't really see paying $50 and $60 for some slides.
Well,
now mind you, Gucci charges like $200, $250. Gucci. You're paying for the name.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You're also paying for a level of quality when you buy. Gucci
it's a different type of leather and all that stuff.
They've been around a while.
Yeah.
So but he said like, that his slides are better than the Gucci slides. That's what he said.
But down to like he's supposed to say that with Gucci things and like it's good quality. It's not like the best in the ever, but it's
he's supposed to say that. So,
it's good.
I'm glad he believe in his brand and all that stuff. And
hey man, I'm pulling for him. I'm not hating. I just don't see it. Doesn't make business sense to me.
I really I don't think his dad's going to affect him at all though. Like really, his dad would have to do a lot crazier shit. So, you know, it's really now up to LeVar, right? Or no, LeVar's the dad.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know.
Lonzo.
LeVar's
up to Lonzo now.
LeVar's
Lonzo, LaMelo, and
Leangelo, I believe. Yeah, call
like
him
that.
Jello. Yeah, the middle son.
Yeah.
So
he's going to UCLA.
Like I was saying
year,
before,
they say he's good.
Yeah,
too.
and I guess the youngest brother is also already probably going to go there. But like, that's a lot of. He really needs to deliver because nothing's going to help him sell his shoe more probably than being really good at basketball. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
man. But
let's see. June is the draft, right?
June is coming up.
Month and a half or so.
Yeah,
but I wanted to make that point, like I said to all our listeners, or whatever. Miss me with the you're not supporting the black dad thing. Just because I don't agree with his business acumen does not mean I'm not supporting the black father. So miss me with all that. I don't agree with that. His business sense doesn't mean I'm not supporting him. Right. Stop it. Yeah. Stop it.
But yeah, good luck on those sales.
We wish you well. We wish you well.
I will not be copied.
Yeah. Shout out to I think it was Lil B that had the song Miley Cyrus, or was it was it Ellen DeGeneres? You don't listen to him. I'm going to you.
He did have an Ellen DeGeneres song.
I thought he had a Miley Cyrus record.
He probably did because he's got like 500 songs.
Okay. I mean, Migos had the Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana.
Is that the song where Lil B goes, I walked into Starbucks to get some coffee, and if there aren't any girls there, then I'm not buying any coffee.
Yeah?
Pretty sure that's a Lil B quote.
That is a lyric.
My buddy at work was just like, he was like, this dude's ridiculous. Man.
I don't think you can go into Starbucks and there not be any girls in there. Because that equates to like 75%, 80% of their market.
Well, I brought up Lil B to segue into our friend Miley Cyrus.
Whose friend?
Nobody's. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have said our, because we really don't rock with her. So I apologize
for that. She's not my friend.
Can't sit here.
DJ Jay Diff.
Seats taken.
Seats taken, Miley.
DJ Jay Diff. She is done with hip hop.
Man, you
tell them how you feel, son. I'm not trying to hype you up, but I am. She's done with hip hop, man. The culture vulture is done with hip hop.
All right, well, you got in. You got your little coinage. And now you want to go make some paper elsewhere.
Yeah. She doesn't like what it stands for.
I hate that this even has to be a conversation that she's done with hip hop.
Exactly. Miley Cyrus is done with hip hop.
Bitch, you was never a part of hip hop.
We see you.
You know what I'm saying?
To begin with.
And Spoolz, he agrees with me on this because he brought it when we were talking about the topics. He's like, she wasn't ever a part of it. That is very true.
No. But at least that's how I feel.
This is what I don't understand. So it's all good and gravy when you can use it to make those sales
to your advantage.
Right. Appeal to a different demographic.
Yep.
But as soon as you figure you can get your coin somewhere else, the interview is, I don't really like hip hop anymore because all they talk about is girls sucking this and that and riding in Lamborghinis. First of all, you're not listening to hip hop. If that's all you're getting, if that's what you're saying, that's all you hear in hip hop, because that's not true at all.
She said sucking this and that. So would that be kind of like the huge blown up this and that she had on the stage?
Her stage props that she used.
Oh, okay,
I guess that has something to do with hip hop too.
I was just checking
because hip hop is always, anytime something is wrong or bad, let's blame it on hip hop. That's just like local clubs. Whenever some shit happens,
perhaps it was
hip hop's fault.
Perhaps it was the 23 record with Mike Will where she was jumping on stage, stunting, talking about Jordans and all that.
He made a lot of records on the Bangers album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She was all hip hop then.
Yeah.
She cut them checks, and checks got cashed, and now she's going for a different demographic. I don't understand why people just keep giving people passes anyway, just to come into and dibble and dabble in your culture, and then when they're done, just be like, I'm cool. So that never happened.
For crossover ability.
That's whack. That's whack. And I'm actually holding my tongue a little bit because I don't want to just cuss everybody out.
I didn't want to hype you up too much long.
He did.
No, he
did though.
I'm glad that Terry spoke on it.
Yes, he kind of took care of that, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's frustrating. I know. What you got? Somebody got something for me, Spoolz.
I got more.
I know you do.
Terry, I don't want to hold you back, man. Let it go. I'll go after you.
Go ahead. It's cool.
So I don't know. I agree. Like I was chatting about that or whatever. She was never a part. I never would consider her to be a part of hip hop. And when I say that, I mean like I look at hip hop and people that do it or live it or into it as kind of part of a larger group.
Right.
We're all connected because of hip hop and,
our
love of it.
Yeah,
right?
You just don't quit hip hop.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a culture.
You can't take it off. You can't just today I'm hip hop, tomorrow I'm not.
Yeah. Right. And I think late definitely over time that has probably meant less and less to the masses, I would say.
For sure.
Right. So
once popular culture infused as much as it did. But anyways,
and that's kind of what I mean. I never considered her to be in what I just described, ever.
She's just like Iggy.
Her dad is Billy Ray Cyrus.
Good call.
Man.
She's worse than Iggy because
she's worse because she.
In my opinion, because at least Iggy tried to rap. Does Miley really?
I've actually never heard a Miley song. I've only seen her antics and her grabbing herself.
Doesn't she kind of like singing shit more so?
She's supposed to be. I mean, her show was Hannah Montana. She was some girl that she would put on. I guess this kind of goes hand in hand.
It's
with
awesome
the
that
whole
none of us really know what she
hip-hop
does. That's amazing. That's great.
But no, I guess the gist of the show was she was like a country singer or a pop singer.
Yeah.
But certain people didn't know. She would put on a wig and stuff, and she had this other persona that she would use, and people didn't know that was her or whatnot. Maybe she was trying to do that with the whole kind of being a part of hip hop. Or I don't know.
The thing that stands out to me is the fact that she had to say that.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to make music that isn't hip hop in essence, and then you're going to stop doing it in like a Post Malone type of way,
right?
Yeah.
It's kind of slyly.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it and you're going to come out and you're going to kind of bash the culture that you don't even understand in the first place, that's the part that pisses me off. And it's because of who she is, to where people will give her the benefit of the doubt. They will co-sign her, and the people that have been co-sign her are probably still co-sign her. So I don't. I
quit inviting these whack ass people.
It's funny with me. I don't know.
Into the culture that's not just something that you can just turn on and turn off. I don't like that.
Call me a resident new old head. Call me a resident old head. But I think the majority of people that take part in hip hop or take part in rap now aren't aware that it's an actual culture anyway. I think 9 out of 10 people that make music or rap, even it may have filtered to the producers, the singers. I don't think they actually understand that it's a culture. I think it has become a fad, and I've said this for years. I think hip-hop has become more and more towards a fad, towards something to do, towards a way to get paper, towards a form of income, and less about the essence and the culture and the art form of actually making music.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And I think she falls right in line with that, because it's like, okay, I'm going to get in. I'm going to eat real quick. I'm going to capitalize off this culture. I'm going to use this culture to my advantage. And then when I see that there might be a shift in the culture in terms of it being negative. Or
Miley was good. I think that scared her.
It might have scared her because now there might be a negative connotation associated with it. So now I'm out of there. I like that though. You almost scared me there.
Yeah.
It was real.
She was
it's
scared.
the comments though.
She was like, I'm done.
It's the comments that get me.
I don't do rap anymore.
I don't do it. No, Nicki Minaj wants to punch me. I don't
want to play this rap game anymore.
I didn't mean it.
Just because I made a rap song doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
No, man. And kind of what I was saying before the show, I think that for some people, and I think more so probably white people, hip hop to them is kind of like a I did that when I was younger thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I used to drink a lot more. I used to listen to rap.
I used to go out to
you know
the
what I mean, and
clubs
shit
and
like
listen
that.
to
It's just
all
like,
that
oh,
stuff,
okay.
Yeah. There's people I used to work for or work with before they'd say stuff like, "Yeah, I used to listen to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, when I was younger."
Yeah.
And try to say it all sly like.
Yeah, I was cool back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I grew up, and I just
them are the same people that you work with, and me being black, I've always worked with somebody like this. That they would come shake your hand in the morning, or somebody else they might say. So they come to you, "Oh, what's going on, Sean?" Shake your hand, and then they get to me, "Oh, what's up, dog?" And you would just kind of look at them like,
"What are we doing? What are we doing here?"
That's why I stopped telling people that I was involved in the culture.
See that as a white person.
It's crazy. I don't know where does that come from.
Too.
Where does that come from?
Nobody has held them.
Sorry, Sean.
They haven't been. That person, that said person, has not been around people that hold them accountable, so they could just get away with that. Like it's okay to do that.
Oh, I can call you T-Bone. No, you can't call me T-Bone
at all.
You can call me Terrence.
The surrounding people have not held
fucking
them
hand out of my face, Frank.
Every time that I started working for a place and somebody found out that I made beats or have albums out or performed or anything like that, the demeanor always changes. Mm-hmm. And I try not, and I always feel fun. Like for a while, I just didn't bring it up because I didn't want to deal with it. Mm-hmm. Now I bring it up and I don't even care, and I just kind of look at them when they say stuff, kind of gauge what they say and be like, okay,
you probably
so why? Okay, so kind of make them feel uncomfortable. Not because I make them feel uncomfortable. It's they realize that they're making themselves uncomfortable because I'm not responding to what they're saying
at all, and
it's an interesting thing. Because I think they expect to be my white friend.
I'm cool too.
I can dig it.
Absolutely encountered the same things.
So,
I'd love to see.
Like, oh, you DJ'd for them? Yeah.
No, just like when you're the way that certain white people might change.
Oh yeah.
Talking to you or acting to you, especially I've noticed it in work. When they find out you're involved with hip hop or rap.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily even mean that you do it. It can be just that you follow it really heavily. Mm-hmm. So,
but it absolutely changes the perception of you to a lot of other white people as well. And by zero means am I complaining. Like I'm not I don't give a fuck. It's very funny to me actually.
Right.
Now, but yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm Eminem to every single white person that I've ever worked with.
I'm sure you are.
I don't sound like Eminem.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall to hear those conversations.
They probably ask you, "Is Eminem your favorite rapper?" Because he's like the greatest.
And normally, what I say
he's
is,
like the best rapper, though, right?
And I'll be like, I don't think you're qualified to have this conversation right now, and we got to get back to work. So we're just gonna keep it moving. So yeah, of course he is.
Hey,
the nicest way I've chosen to. Yep, he's pretty good, man. Have a good day. Like just keep it pushing. Like
yeah, he can rap pretty good.
Yeah, he's up there.
Okay, bye.
But no, he's the best though, right? He's up there. Okay.
We see you,
he's really good with words.
Yeah. We see you, Spoolz.
Is Miley done twerking now though? Is she done?
Yeah, since she created it.
She created it. She invented.
She's through her rap.
She got in the game.
She's through her rap phase now.
She invented twerking. It took over the world by storm. You now have twerk classes and all kind of shit.
So shout out to her for bringing twerking to the culture. That will be her one major contribution.
Twerking on Lamborghinis. You gotta add the Lamborghini. You gotta add the whole getting head.
We can do a whole show on this. Y'all know that, right? We can do a whole show on this.
That's what I'm saying. Like this could continue just based on even that video of her having black backup dancers.
Yeah, she said that those were the dancers she liked.
Sure. They don't go with the culture or anything. It's just I like them.
I like those dancers.
Yeah, let's get them.
That doesn't give you a little bit more
minstrel
credibility.
Show.
Just a tad.
She sucks, man.
Yeah. When she shakes her little cutlets.
That might be the line. Make sure you run that one back when you edit, because I think that's genius. I'm trying not to laugh because everybody's laughing. That's brilliant. I like that. We're going to run that one back.
That's normally one of those things that doesn't make the air.
Yeah.
No, I only say that because Terry's got them all the time.
Yeah.
Jules, though, he's brilliant. That one snuck out. Thank you, sir.
That's a good one. You're welcome.
Moving on, man. This is a full show. I'm liking this. So, Flex.
On to the next.
Speaking of corny, Flex decided to wait.
He fucking lied.
Speaking of Flex and corny.
I'm so sick of these people. I hate having to talk about the same people.
Bruh.
The same people do dumb shit all the time, and we have to talk about them.
This is beyond corny. Like, Flex goes on a rant on Instagram about Tupac at 𝗏𝗏 Studios shooting himself first by mistake due to being frightened in the lobby, and then the guys that stuck him up shot him 3 or 4 more times. Flex is on Instagram crying about Biggie being killed because Tupac
That was the
lied.
second video.
And you mean literally?
That's the one
right?
I saw.
Yeah, that was the second.
Literally.
There's 2 videos.
The crying one is the one I saw. It's like 45 minutes.
That was like the rebuttal because T.I. called
T.I.
him
got
out.
at him. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to reach out to Ed Lover, Mr. C, Lil C's. All those guys were trying to chime in on the feed. Bottom line, I still think that's corny. That it's 21 years later and you're trying to...
Still. This is like the second time in 3 or 4 years that he has to keep talking about Tupac. And man, he disrespected Tupac real hardcore like a couple years ago. It's like dude's been dead for how long? And
96.
now I'm not understanding why he has so much to say now though.
T.I.
It's like all of a sudden.
T.I. I think it's in conjunction with the movie coming out and he's trying to sprinkle hate because the movie comes out on the 16th of next month.
Yeah.
But T.I. called him out on that like, dude, I don't see anything saying that you were this adamant about the situation on the radio back when it happened. And then Flex's rebuttal was obviously, well, T.I., you were like 9 or 10 and you weren't there. And I'm
he wasn't.
I'm like,
that's
T.I.
is like probably about my age, maybe a year or 2 older.
But my thing is, even if that's the case, like I feel like Flex going on a rant back in 90 whatever, I feel like we would be able to find that somewhere if he was this bolsterous back then.
He wasn't.
Exactly. And now he's on Instagram crying, talking about Biggie passing away. And I get it. We grew up on Big, so I understand that. You knew Big. I guess Flex knew Big. That's fine. I get it. But now?
Yeah.
You're lying. You know what I mean? Like, he's so dramatic, though.
Tupac getting shot had nothing to do with Biggie getting killed.
And he's selling that that there's a direct correlation to Biggie being killed.
No.
I always tell people I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. But Flex wasn't there either, and he knows the whole story.
Yeah.
So is he plugged, quote unquote?
Nah.
20. But now though, like now is the reason
he's running out of material. He
remembers that
his time has come. New York radio isn't what it used to be.
Is that what it is, Diff?
He's being looked over. He's trying to stay relevant. I bet he's not going to bring up somebody actually brought this up. He's not going to bring up when he was putting his hands on his wife.
He's not going to bring that up.
He's not going to bring that stuff up.
He's not going to bring that up.
Nah.
He's not going to bring that up.
Worry about that. Why you keep talking about pot?
Hey, man, and I just can't believe that he was going this hard on Tupac now. Biggie or Tupac can't speak on their own behalf now.
It's fun. He keeps bringing up people that can't speak on their own behalf. So here's another one that he brought up within the past few days. He said something about whoever Lil' Kim's ex-fiance was.
Oh yeah,
that's now doing life in prison.
He was heavy in the streets. I saw
heavy
that
in the
one.
streets. He was saying that Lil' Kim was trying to get him on him.
Yeah,
or something to that nature. Lil' Kim combated back like, I was keeping him from getting you.
She said, I kept him off you.
I kept him off of you if you want to keep it 100.
Yeah.
So why he's talking on everybody that he doesn't have to see right now.
And
so the Tupac portion kind of points right at Suge. Suge is in jail.
Yep.
Flex he can talk all he want now.
Yeah, Suge's son did not like that very much.
Yeah, I seen that too.
He was very upset.
Yeah, man, he does seem to really be reaching. He's done a lot of dumb shit, like over the years. There was also the I have an exclusive. What was it?
Everything.
It was some beef, but it was like
Interview?
a rebuttal or something like that to someone, and just never.
He's whack.
But
he
tuned in for it and never played
same
it.
dude that was claiming that he was gonna mess up Jay-Z's
in Jay-Z's career. Yeah.
Of all people, you're going to end Jay-Z? Nah.
Was that back when he was clowning on his website?
He was clowning on his website.
Your website's nice.
Trash.
It's horrible.
Your website's trash. Nobody looks at your website. It's trash.
Look at all these side links. Where are they going? Essentially.
I run New York. We don't care about your website.
Those are bombs, by the way.
Yeah.
And Flex's website was pretty trash.
Your website is trash.
Yeah, man. He need to sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
And he was so emotional about the G code with what T.I. said is the G code. I was taught, don't speak on the dead. They can't defend themselves. Why are you bringing this up?
Yeah.
And then Flex keeps repeating, that's not G code. He lied. That's not G code, T.I. I'm sorry. He lied. I'm like, fam.
Where was everybody else? Because that definitely would have made for good rap material.
Yes.
During the whole East Coast, West Coast beef that the media kind of hyped up.
Definitely hyped up.
So why didn't anybody say that he cheddar bombed himself in a rap?
Yeah. Might not have been the smartest thing to do back then, or
I think somebody would have said that.
You talking about Flex, or you talking about a rapper?
I'm saying a rapper.
Oh, okay.
If that was indeed the case,
Mobb Deep got at Tupac pretty.
Yeah, but they didn't
hard,
say
but
that.
They didn't say that.
Yeah, they didn't say that.
Yeah, they didn't say that.
So, where are you getting your facts from?
Hey, man,
I've actually read that before as well about Tupac. That he that he might have
possibly
shot himself,
could have.
Yeah.
Even if he shot himself,
he shot
why now?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's not the point to me. The fact that he shot himself, whether he did or didn't. If you see a bunch of dudes with guns coming at you and you accidentally shoot yourself, that's understandable.
Okay, yeah.
And he just kept, and then they shot him more times. Mm-hmm. So that's to me beside the point. It's and I agree with you guys, like the bringing up and then he lied about this, and that's why, like he has a very weird chain of events that really don't connect that well. Mm-hmm. So that happened. He lied about it, and Biggie got killed. Like. That's not really none of that's not super logical. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
hey man, I just think it's just a bad look to try to bring that up now, and especially when they worked so hard to do this Tupac movie. I saw a trailer for it. It actually looked dope. The guy they casted for him looks exactly like him. It's kind of scary actually.
Yeah, it comes out here in like a month or so.
I think it's June 16th. I believe So I don't know if he's just trying to throw shade on the movie or not. There's an eerie timing to this. Him doing all this ranting with the movie coming out next month.
I was gonna say, watch it come out like something bad happens to Flex, like something in the past that nobody knows about, but it's coming out in the movie. He's like, Tupac. Like,
yeah. Or maybe he's just running out of material.
Maybe he's running out of material.
He's running out of time. Nobody cares. Flex is a joke. I mean, we joke about him on the show all the time.
Dude, but see, the thing about it is I hate to see somebody that actually was heavy in DJing and had a career of being a credible DJ turn into somebody that's this corny now. Like, you can't say Flex is not a legend.
I bought it.
Exactly.
I was rocking with him.
You can't say he's not a legend. You can't say that.
And he still does like the 5 minutes of Flex thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, Why would you to see somebody that's so legendary in the art form of DJing? You guys are DJs, like to turn into being this corny now. Like, what are you pulling for? Are you reaching for something? Is the time almost up? It has to be because it doesn't make sense to me.
You don't see 𝗀𝐁𝐿 doing this stuff
at all.
𝗀𝐁𝐿 is on Kendrick's album.
Doing
I love
skits.
It. But he's not out here just talking crazy.
Shout out to Lone and
yeah,
knowing
dude,
all the ad-libs on that album.
I don't understand it either.
I don't get it.
DJ Envy doesn't act this way.
Nah.
Hey, man.
DJ Green Lantern doesn't act. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these.
None of these guys do that. Lone knows all the ad-libs.
Tony Touch. You know.
What happens on Earth stays on Earth.
There we go.
Zing zing.
Anyway, man, I thought that one was interesting, but I did notice this, and like I said, Diff makes a good point when he says he wants to see the checks. But I thought this was a dope gesture. Nicki Minaj was on Twitter, and she was tweeting with her fans, going back and forth. A couple of them started to say, well, hey, I'm making all A's. I got a 4.0, blah, blah, blah. She's like, all right, prove it. If I can confirm everything with the university, send me your address, send me your banking information, I will pay for your tuition. If that is true, that is very dope.
Yeah, Miley was good.
Hey, can you get me a wave of that? I need to use
right
that somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna need to use that later. That's
gonna be on repeat. My new ringtone.
Yeah, like I need that.
Repeat. Molly.
Yeah, see if you can cut that for me because I might use that as a ringtone every time he texts me or something. But
no,
yeah,
I agree.
I think that's dope, Spoolz. No?
I agree too. Yeah, no, I think that's really cool. Like I said, I mean, not a huge Nicki Minaj fan. You know what I mean?
There's
as far
like
as
4 or 5 or
music or whatever,
6 of them too.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome. That's a really cool thing to do.
Like one kid was talking about, I have a 4.0. There was another one that was involved in, I don't know, multiple activities. I think that is very, very dope. If she cuts that check for those students,
that's dope. She got it.
She has it, and we all know tuition is ridiculous now, and it's only going to continue to get worse. So,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Trump is probably trying to figure out a way to get his money on some of that tuition. So
he trying to get some of that paper out of that tuition too?
I just know it's going down somewhere behind the scenes.
He going to pass a bill where he get 1% of everybody's tuition.
This is hilarious.
So school like books are going to not only be $500 a piece,
going
to be like a G.
How much he get off that G though?
He's getting 75%.
Hey man,
not the babies, man. Not the babies. Dude.
Yo, this is funny. This just popped up.
Yes,
the Daily
sir.
Show just posted something a couple hours ago that says the White House statement on firing of FBI Director James Comey, and it's all in Russian.
That's awesome.
They're clowns.
We see them.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. I know we talked about. We were talking about some new music that had come out as well. Diff had a good breakdown on Logic. We also talked about Organized Noise. With the Logic album, I know we're kind of running short for time, but I think he's talented. I think he's very talented. I'm not sure if he is running out of, I don't want to say material.
He said he only has one more album left after this.
He's retiring or something, right?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Okay. I'm starting to hear some of the, I guess, reoccurring themes. But I do like that he is creative when he puts an album together. There usually is a theme. Yeah. There are skits. Everything runs together.
He has solid artwork.
Yep.
Whoever does his artwork for his albums, he's pretty amazing.
Yes, sir.
I was trying to figure out who all he had on the front of this new one.
I couldn't figure it out.
I got a few people, but it's a lot of people. I want to figure that out. But my take on Logic is I can't really all the way relate to him like that.
Okay.
It's actually a decent project. He's got some solid features. He's got Black Thought on there. He's got Chuck D.
Yeah.
Killer Mike.
He's got Killer Mike.
Yep.
He's got what's the scientist dude?
Neil
deGrasse. He's on there.
Tyson.
Oh, okay.
And they cover Complex as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Wizard?
Nah, not Mr. Wizard, bro.
How's a good
He's
show?
the Cosmos dude. You ever watch the Cosmos?
I don't think so.
That was dope.
Mr. Wizard was cold though.
It wasn't the Cosmos. But Mr. Wizard was dope.
I thought he was dope.
But he touches a lot on, I think his whole thing is his biracial point of view and how he looks white but his dad is black and his mom is white, and his mom was racist, but she has kids by these black dudes, and they were on drugs. And I like the story, but it's almost like he's battling with himself. He don't know. He said that the black people didn't mess with him and the white people didn't mess with him. And I mean, I can see how that would be a problem. I knew people that were mixed. My little sister, her mom is white.
Right.
She never had a problem. But I can't speak on everybody's situation like that.
Right.
She also had 3 brothers.
Right.
But his point of view is interesting because it's kind of like he's demonizing what the white ancestors did to a certain extent. And I don't know, it's weird, man. It's a weird kind of back and forth. How did you feel about it?
When I listened to it, I thought my initial reaction was it flows very, very well. Like, as I've always told you guys, that's what I look forward to. I like to see how it's sequenced, how it transitions. I thought his subject matter was a little, it's kind of like he's hopping over the line back and forth.
Yeah.
Like he's fighting with himself in terms of his race, how he views it, his perception, how he
wants
being
everybody
perceived.
to get along.
Right. And I get that. That's dope. But it's a little conflicted in terms of the lyrical content, in terms of what he's actually saying. Like you said, he's kind of back and forth a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's his best release. I probably would have to listen to it. You ran it 3 times. I think I ran it once all the way through. I don't think you got to it. I don't think
I
you
heard
got
2
to
singles.
a couple joints.
The singles were cool. That I heard. I don't even know if they were singles. I just heard 2 single tracks.
I would suggest that you guys take a listen to it because it's very creative. He never disappoints when it comes to that, the creativity and the art form.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw this out there real quick. Does he sound like anybody on this project?
Oh man.
He had who did I say? He kind of sounded like Post Malone on one of those tracks.
I don't think that's someone you ever want to see.
Unfortunately,
but he's popular right
now.
now. He's popular. People rock with Post Malone.
There's some Kendrick.
There's always
Kendrick.
his one album was definitely a lot of Kendrick influence on that joint. I mean, there's one song actually on this new album. The cadence of the song is like the song on Untitled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
number.
Bring it back, something.
I can't remember the number on you know they're all numbered, but I know the song, the record you're talking about.
That's the one thing that always stood out to me about him, because I was excited when I first listened to his previous project, and then I heard lots of similarities.
You guys brought it to my attention. I was asleep, so maybe I'm not the listener I thought I was.
He makes great music.
Yes, he does.
He definitely can put together a project.
Was this Logic?
Yeah.
So
I didn't realize. I thought Post Malone was gone forever. He kind of did seem to pop back up, didn't he?
I kind of hoped he was.
I thought he's still out here. I thought he took the Miley route for a while and decided he was going to make rock music.
Get your money, Post Malone.
Folk music.
I think
folk
he was
music,
originally supposed to be folk or something like that.
Yeah, he's a really good rapper.
Spoolz, did you get a chance to run the Organized Noise EP? Did you get to run that?
I purchased it.
I ran that one as well.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's $6 on iTunes.
Yeah.
It's like
7 tracks. Yeah.
Big Boy, CeeLo.
Dude, the
a couple
first
people I didn't
Big Rube.
recognize.
The first
Big Rube.
The first thing that like the whole intro beat, that first track is awesome and sets the whole tone for it.
Yeah.
They're still dope, man. They're still dope.
Oh yeah.
They're still creative.
I wish it was a little bigger. I mean, a little longer.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I wish, of course, you always want to Andre 3000.
I already know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
You always want to hear that.
Yeah.
But
I needed
been
three.
cool
I
to
needed
hear,
3
like,
stacks.
Killer Mike on something too.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, Organized Noise.
it's really it's
Organized
a good little
Noise.
project, man, for sure.
I just think it's dope that they have been able to. They're chameleons for me in terms of production.
Mm-hmm.
𝐾𝐃 doesn't sound like 𝐴QUEMINI.
Nah.
Which doesn't sound, you know what I mean? Like it just continues to go in that succession. But this is just dope. Like they're fresh, man. Like they're still fresh. They're still creative. They're still funky. So shout out to Organized Noise, man.
That production of 𝐾𝐃. It's
Don't get me
that
started.
album's one of my favorites.
Yeah, we can't have any Outkast
don't get me
discussion
started.
right now.
That's the top 5 album all time.
Yeah, I love that album.
Lone, talk to me.
No, I was going to say, I also got a chance to listen to a couple other things. Does he go by Jameson? Is it JMSN?
Yeah, it's Jameson.
Jameson.
He dropped Whatever Makes You Happy. I listened to a few joints.
How did you feel about that? I listened to it, but it didn't sound as good to me as his previous.
You know,
stuff.
I've only heard 3 or 4 songs on it, but it sounded really good.
Yeah.
I heard that he's a little happier on this project, but you know, from what I've heard, it sounds good.
It's not bad.
There's also a project called from this dude named D Begin. He spliced Nas acapellas and Quasimodo beats, Madlib beats. Actually, pretty dope.
Oh, you like it now because it got Madlib on it?
Well, I mean, the beats aren't trash, so.
Spoolz, what am I supposed to do with this guy, man?
I mean, what were you expecting? No, I listened to it. It's actually really dope. So
that's what's up.
Showbiz and AG dropped a project or a free EP from DITC.
Nice.
And they're working on an album soon. So, and then of course, I think we talked about Brother Ali last week a little bit.
We did, yeah. His album came out Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Oh, was it just
this last Friday?
Oh, maybe it was.
I think Thursday or Friday. It was
either way.
It was the 5th
Friday.
It was the 5th.
I think.
Yeah, you're right.
So
it was
today's
the
the 9th. Yeah.
Mm.
It's good though.
It's what I've heard so far of it. I really like Brother Ali a lot. He would have been someone when we were having that, top 10ish whatever people.
Yeah.
If I didn't mention him, I should have. I like his music a lot.
That's
But
what's up.
what I've heard so far is good. He's just got a lot of soul, man. A lot of depth and.
Got some really great verses on there.
Yeah.
Like
So definitely recommend it.
We are for the culture, so we do like great verses. Did I miss anything, fellas? Anybody got anything going on? I don't want to skip over that.
Hopefully next week we can get our subjects, in order.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Odyssey on May 21st.
Yeah.
Odyssey on May 21st. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I apologize, brother.
Nah, it's all good.
Longevity, DJ Jay Diff, DJ Spoolz, I am Major 7th, bringing down the band, No Bad Ideas. Shout out to No Bad Ideas with the new hat. We will see you next week. That is
Manippy.
Is that what is it called?
Manippy.
Sneak that in there. Manippy?
Strap back.
Strap back.
Got the strap at the back.
No Bad Ideas. We see you. We appreciate you.
NewOldHits.com.
And please don't forget to subscribe.
Please. Please and
do that.
We saw a jump in it. We saw a jump in the numbers, and we appreciate you all. So
very much.
Thank you all for that. This concludes the Marshall Falk episode, and we will see you next week. Peace.
Holler.